Welcome back to Finance Buzz Friday. You know the deal. Your source for all the latest happenings in the financial services world.
That's right.
And today, we're taking a deep dive into something that's creating a serious buzz.
I'd say so.
Generative AI, or Gen AI as the cool kids call it.
Yeah, Gen AI. It's basically computers that can write text like us humans, understand what you're asking them, and even take action based on that. It's already changing the way we use tech, and now it's knocking on the door of finance, ready to shake things up.
So we've got our hands on a white paper from a top consulting firm and a report from Global Market Insights, both all about Gen AI in finance.
A lot of interest in this topic.
Absolutely. And our mission today is to figure out what this tech actually means for the industry and ultimately for your money.
That's the key question, isn't it? How will this impact our wallets?
Exactly. Now, this white paper lays out a three-stage roadmap for how banks are going to adopt Gen AI.
A roadmap. Interesting.
Yeah, the first stage is all about core text and language analysis. Think of it like this. A computer summarizing those massive financial reports for you in seconds.
Saves a lot of time.
Definitely. And we're already seeing this in action.
Yeah.
Deutsche Bank has this project called Mile A.
I've heard of that.
Have you? It's basically a chat-to-agent model where users can ask questions about complex data sets.
Like having a data scientist on demand.
Exactly. And get this. In their tests, Mile A helped users analyze a data set in just 3 minutes.
3 minutes?
Yeah, a task that would usually take a human data engineer around 3 hours.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
The efficiency gains are enormous.
Like, think about how much time and money could be saved across the entire financial sector with this kind of tech.
It would free up analysts to focus on more strategic tasks.
Absolutely. So let's move on to stage 2 of the roadmap, which is all about chat-to-agent use cases.
Now, this is where things start to get really futuristic.
I know, right? Imagine asking your bank's AI bot a complex question about your portfolio.
And actually getting a helpful answer, not just a generic response.
Exactly. Or what about receiving personalized financial advice, tailored to your goals and risk tolerance?
Like having a 247 financial advisor in your pocket.
Pretty much. And then there's stage 3, chat to execution. This is where AI starts taking autonomous actions.
Autonomous actions, that's a big one.
Yeah. Think AI managing your investments, adjusting your portfolio based on market conditions, even making payments on your behalf.
That level of automation is both exciting and a little scary, isn't it?
Definitely. And that's why the white paper also emphasizes the need for responsible AI development, especially in finance, where trust is paramount.
Makes sense. Can't just let AI run wild with our money.
Exactly. So while this technology could revolutionize how we bank and manage our finances, we need to be cautious.
A balanced approach is key.
So let's dig into some specific use cases for Gen AI in financial services. Explore both the potential benefits and the challenges.
Sounds good. The Global Market Insights report highlights fraud detection and prevention as a key area where Gen AI can make a real difference.
That's a big one.
Definitely. Imagine algorithms that can analyze huge amounts of transaction data in real time.
Catching those fraudsters in the act.
Exactly. Spotting subtle patterns that might indicate fraudulent activity.
So it's not just about catching fraud after it happens.
No, it's about preventing it in the first place. Saving financial institutions and their customers potentially billions of dollars.
Huge impact. And the report predicts some serious growth for the Gen AI market in finance, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. It projects the market will reach a whopping $9,475.2 million by 2032.
Wow.
Growing at a compound annual growth rate of 28.1%. That's massive.
Huge growth. And they say natural language processing. NLP and chatbot applications are expected to be the fastest growing segments, particularly in the UK and Europe.
So the UK is poised to be a major player in this Gen AI revolution.
It seems that way. But before we get into the UK specifically, let's unpack some more of those potential use cases.
Sure. Customer service and personalization are two areas ripe for disruption. Think about AI-powered chatbots that can provide 24/7 customer support.
No more waiting on hold for hours.
Exactly. They can answer questions about your accounts, help you with budgeting and financial planning.
That would be a huge improvement over those clunky automated phone systems.
And because these systems can learn from every interaction, they become more efficient and personalized over time.
So what about risk management? Imagine AI could play a big role there too.
Absolutely. Gen AI algorithms can analyze tons of data, market trends, economic indicators, even social media sentiment.
Get a better handle on risk.
Exactly. This could help financial institutions make smarter decisions about lending investments and other financial activities, potentially preventing future crises.
So it seems like Gen AI has a lot to offer the financial services industry. Greater efficiency, reduced costs, better customer experiences, and stronger risk management.
It does, but let's be realistic. There are bound to be some downsides as well.
Of course. Every rose has its thorns.
Exactly. While the potential benefits are enticing, it's important to consider the potential challenges and risks that come with this powerful technology.
Let's talk about some of the potential risks and challenges with Gen AI in finance.
Sure, one of the big things the white paper brings up is system risks.
System risks.
Yeah, AI, even the really advanced stuff. It's not perfect.
I guess no system is.
Right. Sometimes these systems can generate information that's inaccurate or misleading.
Like
Researchers call them hallucinations.
hallucinations. That sounds a bit spooky, especially when it comes to our money.
Imagine an AI system misinterpreting market data and then executing a trade that leads to huge losses.
That would be a nightmare.
Or giving bad financial advice that causes someone to make a terrible investment decision.
Though these scenarios are why testing and safeguards are so important.
Absolutely. You can't just trust AI blindly. We need human oversight, too.
Right. We can't hand over complete control of our finances.
Exactly. The white paper really stresses the need for clear accountability frameworks. If an AI system makes a mistake, who's responsible?
That's a good question. Is it the financial institution, the developer of the AI, or even the user who took the AI's advice?
It's a tricky question. And it seems like regulators are still trying to figure out how to deal with it.
So what's the solution?
Well, the white paper suggests a few things. Developing industry standards, transparency guidelines, and ethical frameworks to reduce these risks.
That sounds like a good starting point.
They also recommend something called AI sandboxes.
AI sandboxes? What are those?
They're basically controlled environments where developers can test their AI applications.
Kind of like a testing ground.
Exactly. They can identify potential problems before releasing them into the real world.
Makes sense. Test it out in a safe space first.
Right. But beyond the technical stuff, there are also bigger societal implications to think about.
Like what?
Well, some people worry that widespread AI adoption could lead to job losses in the financial sector.
What happens to those workers if AI can do their jobs?
It's not necessarily about AI taking over every job. It's more about a shift in the types of skills that are needed.
So some jobs will become obsolete.
Jobs that are repetitive or rule-based, those are more likely to be automated. But roles that require creativity, critical thinking, problem-solving, interpersonal skills, those are less likely to be fully replaced by AI.
So instead of replacing humans entirely, AI might actually enhance our capabilities.
Exactly. It could allow us to focus on higher-level tasks, the ones that require human intelligence and judgment.
But this shift will require workers to adapt and learn new skills.
Absolutely. There's a need for investment in education and retraining programs to help people stay competitive in the job market.
Okay. So let's shift gears a bit and talk about how these trends are playing out in the UK specifically.
Right.
We know from the Global Market Insights report that the UK is expected to see major growth in the Gen AI market.
Right.
What's driving that growth?
Several factors. The UK has a strong financial services sector, a thriving tech scene, and a government that's really pushing AI innovation.
So the foundation is there for the UK to become a global leader in this space.
Definitely. We're already seeing UK banks using AI-powered chatbots for things like handling customer inquiries, providing financial information, and even offering basic investment advice.
And that's just the beginning, I bet.
Yeah. This trend is only going to accelerate as the technology gets more sophisticated.
What about AI in fraud detection and prevention? Are we seeing that in the UK?
Absolutely. Several UK financial institutions are pouring money into AI systems that can analyze huge data sets of transactions in real time. They can flag anything suspicious and stop fraudulent transactions before they happen.
That's impressive.
It's not just about protecting businesses and consumers. It also helps maintain the UK's reputation as a safe and reliable financial hub.
It seems like the UK government is also being proactive about regulating AI in finance.
Yeah, they want to make sure this technology is used responsibly and ethically.
So what are they doing?
Well, they've established something called the AI Council. It's an independent body that advises the government on all things AI, including developing ethical guidelines for AI development and use.
That sounds like a good step.
The UK is also participating in international discussions on AI regulation, working with other countries to establish global standards.
A collaborative approach.
Exactly. Data privacy is another big focus. They're working on making sure that AI systems in finance comply with data protection laws and that people's personal information is used responsibly.
That's crucial.
There's also a push for algorithmic transparency, meaning financial institutions need to be able to explain how their AI systems work. especially when those systems make decisions that affect people's lives.
So it sounds like they're trying to find a balance between promoting innovation and protecting consumers.
Exactly. It's a tough challenge with no easy answers. But it's vital to have these discussions and consider all the angles as AI adoption continues.
This is all super relevant to anyone who has a bank account, investments, or any involvement in the financial system, really.
It raises some interesting questions about the future of finance. How will the roles of financial advisors and other professionals change as AI gets more advanced? Will AI make financial services more accessible to people who couldn't afford them before? Or will it just make existing inequalities worse?
Those are big questions. We'll have to wait and see how things unfold. But one thing's for sure, the world of finance is on the verge of a major transformation, and Gen AI is at the center of it.
It's an exciting time. Maybe a little disruptive, but definitely exciting.
Okay. Well, we've covered a lot of ground today, from the basics of Gen AI to its potential impact on finance and beyond. We've explored the potential benefits, the challenges, the ethical considerations, and how these trends are playing out in the UK.
It's been a comprehensive deep dive.
But before we wrap up, I think it's important to highlight one key takeaway. Gen AI is a powerful tool with the potential to completely change how we bank, invest, and manage our money.
It could make financial services more efficient, accessible, and personalized. But we need to approach this technology cautiously, considering both the good and the bad.
We need to have open and honest conversations about the ethical implications of AI in finance, and work together to make sure it's used responsibly, for the benefit of everyone. This isn't just a conversation for policymakers and industry leaders. It's a conversation for all of us.
Absolutely. The future of finance is being shaped right now, and we all have a part to play in it.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of generative AI and its impact on the financial services industry.